It's time for the greatest athleticism you've ever seen in your life. The professionals are quaking in their boots. With the many videos out there of people that excel in their sport, there's a series, as it is now time to Watch Me Suck at Bowling! Hello and welcome to week 3 of 4 for the month of November 2023's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling at 204 Lanes, Harvard, Massachusetts. So far, living up to that name, got a 77 in game 1, and then things got worse, a 75 in 2. Is the Harvard curse amongst us? Or are things gonna get better? Let's find out.
Game 3 frame on ball 1, Harvard curse so far.
Due to this place playing loud music, most of the audio will be muted.
Ball 2.
Thanks to the woodpile, that mess, not really as bad as it looks. That proved it. So far, we start with a spare, the best start we've had so far. And for those of you who like the pin setters, here's the Bowlmore setting down a fresh set of 10. There you come, and there you go.
Frame 3, ball 1, El Stinko.
Or frame 2, whatever. What will the bonus be? One falls late, 7 fill, not a great leave.
Ball 2.
3 of the 4 horsemen. Well, at least about 50% of the lane will get us another pin.
Ball 3.
I guess the bowling gods don't approve of how the game started. And reminds us so. That's a 9. Finally, we got a decent start going here. We got a spare in 1, then we got a 9 in 2, the first ball knocking down 7 for the fill. We're at 26.
Frame 3, ball 1.
So far, so good. Can we keep the momentum up?
Ball 2.
Of course that's how it happens. But that 7 pin looks pretty fat right now. Too close to call. It was so close, but the ball is ever so slightly past the center line of the plate, more into the gutter. Therefore, that spare does not count. It's a 9.
Frame 4, ball 1.
If that were a spare, what would the bonus have been? It would have been a decent 5, but a crappy leave.
Ball 2.
The narrow leave. How I hate them. Adding insult to injury.
Ball 3.
Almost 60% of the lane will get us something, but it's in the middle. Got most of them for the 8. What could have been? We don't get the spare in 3, we get a 9. And then we get an 8 in 4. We're now at 43.
Frame 5, ball 1.
Let's see if we can recover from that letdown. It was so close.
Ball 2.
A half Worcester and a friend. Think the bowling gods are trying to say something?
Ball 3.
At least considering with what we've started, isn't so bad after all. How appropriate. Bowling God's middle finger for 9.
Frame 6, ball 1.
Well, the only stinker we had was that spare that wasn't. That does not help.
Ball 2, barely behind the line.
Maybe things might have been better if it was over the lob line.
Ball 3.
Maybe it was better off that the ball was just under the lob line. Is this a sign of things to come? That's a 7. Well, fell backwards a little bit. We got the 9 and 5, but then we got a 7 and 6 thanks to the Caleri. We're still at 59, which is okay.
Frame 7, ball 1.
So far, we're at average skill or just slightly above.
Ball 2.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me things are starting to fall apart.
Ball 3.
At least the ball hit something. Hopefully we can get more. And here comes the great collapse. It's a 7.
Frame 8, ball 1. Great collapse.
At least the score is high enough that we could afford it. But let's turn it around.
Ball 2.
And it still looks like everything has fallen apart.
Ball 3.
If we can just throw the strike ball, things can turn around. There we go. Got a 10. Is the great collapse over? Gotta get another good frame right away, though. You got a 7 and 7. Then we pick it up again with a 10 and 8. Although a rough start with that one. We're at 76.
Frame 9, ball 1. We need 2 good frames.
We got 1. This one happens right now. Collapse is over.
Ball 2.
It's over. Although a spare, 10 or 9, better. That's a spare. Definitely don't have to look at the video to see if it's good.
Last frame, ball 1. El Stinko.
What will the bonus be? Let's find out. El Stinko lives up to its name with a 3.
Ball 2.
When one full side remains, that's another leave I don't like.
Omen for the game to collapse next month, eh?
Or to start next week. Well, let's see what we get. Curse of the Fill, 6. And things end poorly. We got the spare and 9, which was good, but unfortunately, we fell apart again with a lousy 6 and 10. First 3 in ball 1 for the fill. But at least the game was a pretty decent one this time. We got a 95. Nothing to complain about there, except for a few things that went wrong. That concludes week 3 of 4 for the month of November 2023's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling. From 204 Lanes in Harvard, Massachusetts, this is George F551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.